This episode is brought to you by Glorify, the #1 Christian daily devotional app. Everything around us changes. God doesn't. That's why I love Glorify's 21-day challenge. It helps me build a simple habit of meeting with God every day. No pressure, just consistency. With Glorify, you can start your morning by reading the Bible passage of the day, diving into Glorify's daily devotional, and wrapping up with an immersive experience called Daily Walk with God. And if you need to take a few minutes to yourself in the middle of a busy day, try one of Glorify's guided meditations, or listen to their curated worship playlists for some quiet reflection. To end the day, enjoy Glorify's sleep meditations to help you wind down and put your mind and heart at ease. Whether you're a committed Christian or simply curious about faith, Glorify has something for you. Join over 20 million people who have downloaded the Glorify app and deepened their relationship with God. Listeners to the show can get full access to Glorify for just $29.99 for the entire year. That's Glorify's lowest price ever when you download the Glorify app now at glorify-app.com/redcircle. Feel closer to God this year with Glorify. Get full access all year for just $29.99 at glorify-app.com/redcircle. That's glorify-app.com/redcircle.
Ladies and gentlemen, have you ever felt that no matter how hard you try, your situation just doesn't seem to improve? Have you ever been on the brink of losing hope, feeling as if there's no way out? Let me assure you, God will change your situation. Stick with me as we unravel this profound truth, because what you are about to hear could be the turning point in your life. Picture a warrior, weary from battle, finding a safe haven to rest. God is your refuge, a strong fortress in times of trouble. When the battles of life exhaust you, find rest in Him. He will restore your strength and prepare you for the next challenge. Imagine a vineyard with vines pruned to produce better fruit. Pruning might seem painful, but it's necessary for growth. God prunes the dead branches in your life to allow new growth. Embrace the process because it leads to abundant fruitfulness. Think of a musician tuning an instrument. It might sound dissonant at first, but with patience, harmony is achieved. Your life might feel out of tune right now, but God is the master musician. He will bring harmony and melody, creating a beautiful symphony from your chaos. Picture a mountain climber facing a steep ascent. The climb is tough, but the view from the top is breathtaking. God is with you on this climb. Every step, every struggle is worth it because He is leading you to a place of breathtaking beauty and perspective. Consider a gardener planting seeds. The gardener knows the seasons and patiently waits for the harvest. God has planted seeds of greatness in you. Trust His timing, for the harvest is coming, and it will be abundant and beyond your expectations. Think of a bridge spanning a vast chasm. It seems impossible to cross, but the bridge provides a way. God is your bridge over troubled waters. No matter how wide the gap or how deep the chasm, He will provide a way for you to cross safely. Picture a beacon in the night, guiding ships to safety. God is your beacon, shining brightly to guide you through the darkest times. When you feel lost and alone, look to Him, for He will lead you to safety and peace. Imagine a phoenix rising from the ashes, renewed and more beautiful than before. God can bring beauty from your ashes. No matter how destroyed or desolate you feel, He can bring renewal, restoration, and new beginnings. Think of a tree planted by the water, its roots deep and its leaves green. No matter the season, it thrives. When you are rooted in God, you can withstand any drought, any storm, because your nourishment comes from Him. Consider a diamond formed under intense pressure. The process is long and arduous, but the result is precious and beautiful. God is forming you into a diamond. The pressures you face are not meant to break you, but to bring out your brilliance. Think of a ship navigating through rough seas, relying on its anchor. God is your anchor in life's storms. No matter how rough the seas, you will not drift away because He holds you steady and secure. Picture a rainbow after a storm, a sign of hope and promise. God's promises are like that rainbow, a sign that after every storm, there is hope and renewal. Hold on to His promises, for they are sure and true. Imagine a candle in the dark, small but powerful. God's light in you might seem small, but it has the power to dispel great darkness. Let your light shine, for it can bring hope and direction to others. Think of an eagle soaring high above the storm, unaffected by the turmoil below. God gives you the strength to rise above your circumstances, to soar on wings like eagles. Trust in His strength, for it will lift you higher. Picture this: a stormy sea, waves crashing against your tiny boat, and darkness all around. This is how life can often feel. But remember, God can calm any storm. Just like Jesus calmed the sea with a single word, He can bring peace into your tumultuous life. The waves of worry and fear are no match for His power. Imagine walking through a desert, thirsty and weary, with no...
This episode is brought to you by Glorify, the #1 Christian daily devotional app. Everything around us changes. God doesn't. That's why I love Glorify's 21-day challenge. It helps me build a simple habit of meeting with God every day. No pressure, just consistency. With Glorify, you can start your morning by reading the Bible passage of the day, diving into Glorify's daily devotional, and wrapping up with an immersive experience called Daily Walk with God. And if you need to take a few minutes to yourself in the middle of a busy day, try one of Glorify's guided meditations, or listen to their curated worship playlists for some quiet reflection. To end the day, enjoy Glorify's sleep meditations to help you wind down and put your mind and heart at ease. Whether you're a committed Christian or simply curious about faith, Glorify has something for you. Join over 20 million people who have downloaded the Glorify app and deepened their relationship with God. Listeners to the show can get full access to Glorify for just $29.99 for the entire year. That's Glorify's lowest price ever when you download the Glorify app now at glorify-app.com/redcircle. Feel closer to God this year with Glorify. Get full access all year for just $29.99 at glorify-app.com/redcircle. That's glorify-app.com/redcircle.
end in sight. But then a spring appears, gushing with fresh water. God is that spring in our desert moments. When you feel parched and dry, He can provide refreshment and vitality, turning your barren landscape into a thriving oasis. Think of a seed buried deep in the soil, unseen and forgotten. It might seem like nothing is happening, but under the surface, life is stirring. God is working in the unseen places of your life, preparing you for a breakthrough. Trust the process, because what appears as silence is often the sound of growth. Consider a caterpillar in its cocoon. It's confined, it's dark, and it's lonely. Yet, it's in this very place of restriction that transformation happens. Your cocoon season is not the end. It's the beginning of your metamorphosis. God is crafting you into something beautiful, ready to take flight. Picture a night sky full of stars, each one unique and shining bright. In the vastness of the universe, God knows each star by name, and He knows you intimately. No matter how insignificant you might feel, you are precious and significant to Him. He's got a plan that will make you shine. Imagine a shepherd tending to his flock. When one sheep goes astray, he leaves the 99 to find the one. You are that one precious sheep. No matter how lost or far gone you feel, God will come after you. He will find you, and He will bring you back to safety. Think of a potter molding clay. The clay doesn't understand the potter's intentions, but it trusts the hands that shape it. You are the clay in God's hands. He knows the plans He has for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Consider a fortress, strong and impenetrable. God is your fortress, a place of safety and security. No matter the attacks you face, you are safe within His walls. Imagine a river of living water, refreshing and life-giving. God's presence is that living water, reviving your soul and giving you life. Drink deeply, for it will refresh and renew you. There are times when we feel trapped, like prisoners in our own lives, bound by the chains of fear, doubt, and uncertainty. But God is the great liberator, the one who breaks every chain and sets us free. He knows the desires of your heart, the dreams you have buried deep within, and He is ready to breathe new life into them. With God by your side, no chain is too strong, no prison too secure. He will change your situation and lead you to freedom. In moments of weakness, when our strength fails and we feel like giving up, God is our source of strength. He is the rock on which we stand, the foundation that cannot be shaken. When you feel like you cannot go on, remember that God is with you, ready to lift you up and carry you forward. His strength is made perfect in your weakness, and with Him, you can overcome any obstacle, conquer any challenge, and achieve the impossible. There are seasons in life when everything seems to fall apart, when the dreams we have built crumble to the ground, and we are left standing in the ruins. But God is the master builder, the one who can take the broken pieces of our lives and create something beautiful. He sees the potential in the rubble, the beauty in the ashes, and He is ready to rebuild your life, stronger and more beautiful than before. Trust in His plan, for He is the architect of your destiny. Financial struggles can weigh heavily on our hearts, causing stress and anxiety that seem insurmountable. But God is the ultimate provider, the one who owns the cattle on 1,000 hills. He can change your financial situation in ways you never imagined. Perhaps it's through an unexpected job opportunity, a sudden windfall, or the wisdom to manage your resources more effectively. Trust in His provision, for He delights in blessing His children and meeting their needs. In the realm of relationships, God is the master healer and reconciler. When bonds are broken, trust is shattered, and love seems lost, He can step in and mend what is broken. He can soften hardened hearts, bring understanding where there was confusion, and restore love where bitterness once resided. God can change your relational situation, bringing harmony to families, rekindling friendships, and even bringing soulmates together in His perfect timing. For those battling illness, God is the great physician. His healing power knows no bounds, and He can change your health situation in miraculous ways. Sometimes it's through conventional medicine. other times through unexplainable recoveries that leave doctors astounded. But even in the midst of physical challenges, God can grant peace that surpasses understanding, strength to endure, and a testimony that inspires others facing similar trials. There was a time in my life when I felt completely lost and alone. I had just lost my job, my relationship had ended, and I was struggling with depression. It felt like everything was falling apart around me. In my despair, I turned to God even though I hadn't been particularly religious before. I started attending a local church and began to pray regularly. At first, it felt like I was talking to the void, but I persisted. Slowly, things began to change. A member of the church offered me a temporary job which helped me get back on my feet financially. Through the community at the church, I made new friends who supported me emotionally and spiritually. As I continued to pray and study Scripture, I found a new sense of purpose and peace. My depression began to lift, and I started to see opportunities where before I had only seen obstacles. A few months later, I was offered a job that was even better than the one I had lost. Looking back, I can see how God was working in my life even when I couldn't feel it. He didn't just change my external circumstances. He changed me from the inside out. My faith gave me strength I didn't know I had and helped me see the world in a new light. This experience taught me that even in our darkest moments, God is there, ready to change our situation if we open our hearts to Him. When faced with seemingly insurmountable obstacles, remember that God is the mountain. He can change your situation by clearing paths where there seemed to be no way forward. Whether it's a legal battle, a bureaucratic nightmare, or a personal challenge that feels impossible to overcome, God can make a way where there is no way. He delights in showing His power in situations that seem hopeless to human eyes. In times of loneliness and isolation, God proves Himself to be the faithful friend who never leaves nor forsakes us. He can change your situation by bringing new people into your life, restoring broken relationships, or simply filling your heart with His presence in such a tangible way that you never feel alone again. He is the one who sets the lonely in families and gives them a sense of belonging. For those struggling with addiction, God is the ultimate deliverer. He can break chains that have bound you for years, changing your situation from one of bondage to glorious freedom. His power can overcome any substance, habit, or compulsion that has held you captive. Through His strength, you can find not just recovery, but a completely transformed life, free from the shadows of your past. In the face of injustice, God stands as the righteous judge. He can change situations of oppression, discrimination, and unfairness. Sometimes it's through raising up advocates, other times by softening the hearts of those in power. God's justice may not always come swiftly, but it always comes surely. He calls us to be part of this change, to stand for what's right, and to trust Him even when justice seems delayed. When dreams are shattered and hopes are dashed, God reveals Himself as the restorer of dreams. He can take the broken pieces of your aspirations and create something even more beautiful than you originally imagined. God can change your situation by opening doors you never knew existed, igniting passions you didn't know you had, and leading you to fulfill purposes beyond your wildest dreams. In moments of decision and uncertainty, God proves to be the wise counselor. He can change your situation by providing clarity where there was confusion, wisdom where there was perplexity. Through His Word, through godly advice, or through that still, small voice in your heart, He guides you towards choices that align with His perfect will for your life. For those burdened by the weight of past mistakes and regrets, God stands as the great Redeemer. He can change your situation by not only forgiving your past, but by using it for good. What the enemy meant for evil, God can turn for good. Your story of redemption can become a beacon of hope for others, a testament to God's transformative power and endless grace. As we draw this journey to a close, let's reflect on the transformative power of faith and the unwavering love of God. Throughout this video, we've explored the myriad ways in which God can change our situations, from the mundane to the miraculous. We've delved into practical steps to deepen our faith during challenging times, understanding that our spiritual growth often occurs in the valleys of life, not just on the mountaintops. Remember, dear viewer, that your current situation is not your final destination. God, in His infinite wisdom and love, is constantly working behind the scenes, orchestrating events and circumstances for your ultimate good. Even when you can't see His hand, trust His heart. The challenges you face today are not meant to break you, but to mold you. They are the chisel in the hands of the divine sculptor, shaping you into the masterpiece He envisioned from the beginning of time. Your trials are temporary, but your faith can be eternal. As you step away from this video, carry with you these key truths. God's love for you is unchanging, regardless of your circumstances. Your faith has the power to move mountains, even if it starts as small as a mustard seed. Every challenge is an opportunity for growth and a deeper connection with God. You are never alone. God is with you in every moment, every breath. Embrace the journey of faith with all its ups and downs. Let your prayers be fervent, your study of Scripture be diligent, and your heart be open to the workings of the Holy Spirit. Surround yourself with a community of believers who can support you, pray for you, and remind you of God's promises when you forget. And above all, hold on to hope. Hope that God is who He says He is. Hope that He will do what He has promised. Hope that your situation can and will change, not just externally, but internally, as you grow in faith and character. As you face the challenges of tomorrow, remember the words of Isaiah 41, verse 10. Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. I will help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. Let these words be a balm to your soul and a light to your path. Your story is still being written, and God is the author. Trust in His perfect timing, His infinite wisdom, and His boundless love. He has brought you this far, and He will not abandon you now. Your situation may seem impossible, but with God, all things are possible. So step forward in faith, dear friend. Embrace the journey, trust the process, and believe in the God who changes situations. Your breakthrough may be just around the corner. Keep praying, keep believing, keep trusting. For the God who moved mountains in the past is the same God who stands with you today, ready to change your situation and transform your life. May you go forth from here with renewed hope, strengthened faith, and the unshakable knowledge that God is with you, for you, and working all things together for your good. Your situation is about to change. Believe it, receive it, and watch as God moves in ways you never thought possible. Thank you for joining us on this journey of faith. May God bless you, keep you, and make his face shine upon you. Until we meet again, remember? With God, your best days are always ahead. Keep the faith, for your miracle is on its way.